What's up, y'all? We are live for episode 7. We're so excited to be here again this week. Every Tuesday, y'all already know. And today we're going to be talking about how we better our relationships and the things that we do to make it stronger. And obviously, we'll go into other topics as we go throughout, but make sure you tune in.
Yeah, so I think it would be pretty beneficial because by the time you're seeing this, we've already are in the midst of like 3-4 month span or week span without seeing each other. So, we just thought it would be pretty convenient and relevant to share some tips that we go through personally to keep us close, keep us stronger, and just some things that we don't get distant over. Because there's been times where we have been like, I guess we would call it distance, but there's been times where she was in Paris and I was here. That was like 6 weeks. Like she's traveling every month. And then there's times where I'm traveling and then she's here and then overlap, and that just becomes like a month period of time. So, we just thought it would be important to share some tips and on what we do. So what do you think is the most important thing in terms of when you're gone or if I'm gone on how to stay connected?
Okay, so I think being on the phone, like trying to call Noah every day, I try to do that, at least like whether it's before bed or throughout my day, like try to at least call each other at least once a day. And obviously we're texting and updating each other throughout the day, but definitely one call a day.
I think that definitely helps too, because like since we live together, we have certain routines that we do maybe before bed when we wake up. So if we're not here at home, it's kind of hard to still stay in those routines if we're not like still trying to make the effort to FaceTime or whatever. So I think that goes a long way. Really like making the effort to try and actually still connect. But FaceTime isn't really the best way for that though, I think.
Yeah.
And the time difference too, that can also, well, maybe not like when I'm back home and versus here, but like when you're traveling to Dubai or Cape Town or whatever, and it's like I don't even know what time difference.
It's like 12 hours.
Yeah, when it's like 12 hours, that's different.
Yeah,
so.
that makes it much harder. But also I think it's important to like, before we leave or even throughout our relationship when we are together, I think we do a lot of like, I can't say a lot, but like exercises, like some things that I really like that we did, like so we do this with my team. So then I was like, why don't we do this together as a couple since we are a team? But like our values, when we try to just establish like what we find important, and then wrote them down on our calendars just so that we know, and like keep that in mind when like that's basically our standard for our relationship. So that's kind of how we measure every and anything. And also like the I love a good question game.
Yeah.
Like when me and Noah first started dating,
that's all we did.
Yeah, lots of question games.
All we did
to get to know each other.
And it worked because they sparked different conversations. It's like at this point though, we kind of know, like if we buy a card game and it's like the question game, we kind of know all the answers on those. So we'll make our own up. But it's just like fun stuff because even when we're living together now, it's like we really try not to become roommates and still trying to do little things like if we're reading a book like every night or every night before we go to bed. So if we do that together, that always makes us more connected in general. So when I go back home soon, or whether she's traveling, it's like we can still FaceTime or call each other and still do what we've been doing here at the house. So it's hard though. Distance is not easy. Like even though it's not distance because we do live together, when we're apart for like a month or 5-6 weeks at a time, it's not easy. So when you see like your partner every day, pretty much like 16 hours a day besides whatever you're on at practice, and then all of a sudden you just leave and you don't see him at all, it's definitely a different type of dynamic too. But I mean we've been handling it pretty good though, like in the past.
I've never been home alone this long, so like Noah's gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. I've never been like in the house by myself this long, and to me that's kind of worse because it's like I'm used to him being in the house. Like he'll be home like with his family, so he'll have like his family. Then it's just me here without Noah in our house. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to like try and find, I don't know, just the things that I like to do, I guess, by myself. Yeah. So it's gonna be like, I don't know, I guess a me time retreat.
Oh, it's gonna be a you time for sure. I mean, even when I come back though, she's gonna be in South Africa, and I'm gonna be in the same shoes as, what she's in. So, it's gonna happen though. As much as she travels, as much as I travel, there's definitely gonna be times where we overlap in terms of someone's gone at a certain point, or we're both gone, or something. So, I mean, it's just gonna happen. Like she travels maybe 11 days out of the month. Maybe like a little less, but so we've gotten used to that though. But I will say, so it's like in terms of our dynamic though, it has definitely gotten stronger. It's not always been like the strong. It took time to build, I'd say, because when we first started dating, it was I don't know how you kind of like it really did take a lot of time to get to where we are now in terms of the trust. We like that's another thing too. You need a lot of trust when you're over distance, I'd say.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. Because you could easily, well, I don't know. I wouldn't even like think of Noah in that way, but he could easily like have someone over for weeks at a time, or I could easily have someone over at weeks at a time. And obviously, we trust each other enough to not have that.
Yeah, trust is big. I mean, speaking of trust, so how would you feel about friendships before you're dating? Like, I guess you would say like friendships before you start dating your partner. How do you feel about their friends? Like if they have, let's say for example, if I have a female friend, we're really close, and then I start dating you. Like how do you feel about certain friendships like that?
I guess it's interesting. Like how did y'all become friends? Is this a childhood friend? Or is this someone you just met in college? What do your messages look like? Like let's just start there. Because you always say that, like, you're like, what did the messages look like? Because that does tell a lot. Like, if y'all are sending hearts back and forth and you're like if you ever try to shoot your shot at her, even though y'all still friends now, it's like, well, is that really your friend? Or is that someone that you were crushing on, y'all didn't work out, and now y'all are friends, and you were probably just waiting around to, like, get to know this girl? So it just depends. Like if it's a childhood friend and y'all really are friends, y'all been friends for a long time, she knows your mom, y'all came over, y'all used to hang out when you were younger and stuff like that, like obviously stay her friend, we're all about to be besties. But like, that type of college friend, like is it really your friend? Was it somebody you just tried to shoot your shot with and y'all are friends now, or what? So that's important. What do you think about that?
I agree on all that. I think it depends on what the intentions are, I'd say. It also depends on, listen, I'm sure there's lots of situations where the friend still doesn't like respect the relationship, I'd say. So I'm sure there's times where, I mean, let's just, is there a situation where like you've seen that?
What?
With me? Any of my friends or something?
You don't have that many girlfriends besides like his teammates. And I know his teammates.
I mean, yeah, we all train here, so.
I know how they are. I know who they are. So I don't really have, no, I don't mind that. Like, are y'all hanging out one-on-one having dinners? No, that's too much. But like, I don't know. If y'all hanging out as a group, then that's fine. What do you think about me having guy friends? We've also like been in a unique situation because, because I am on a team of girls, and there are a lot of girls that like girls. So we've had encountered
in rugby, yeah.
Yes, we've encountered a different realm of like friends, if that makes sense.
Don't put that in quotes. Oh no! Actually, please put that in quotes. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Friends.
Why would I not put it in quotes?
Friends.
Like friends, as in like people who may be your friend or do they like you type thing. So that's been very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So how would you feel if I had like a guy friend who, like, say I have a lot of friends from like Dartmouth, and well, y'all probably don't know, but just Dartmouth network is like everybody wants to stay connected, whether you're a guy or a girl. And like, so yeah, if someone is from Dartmouth and they're like, oh, I'm in San Diego area, want to hang out or grab lunch or something, what would you say?
I would have to know. Like, I would have to know who he is first.
Well, you can honestly come now that
I'm not coming.
Why?
For what?
It's a networking opportunity
For
to
who?
meet someone.
For me?
For you.
Listen.
Dang, you just got taller. Hold on.
I did.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's alright, you can say alright. What do I need to come for? That's okay.
Okay.
I just need to know who he is though.
Yeah, that's valid.
Because
what do you mean like who he is? Like you need to see a photo? What do you need to see?
I don't need to see a photo. Like, no, I need to know who he that doesn't tell me who he is if I see a photo. I need to know like how'd you guys meet?
Yeah.
If like there was ever more than a friendship or intentions of more than a friendship.
I see.
So yeah, like that. I think that matters for sure.
No, that's important.
And it depends. You said what? Going out to eat?
Grabbing lunch. I mean, there aren't many things you can do.
There's many. We live in San Diego.
What is there to do? Go to the beach, eat food. What else?
Let's count. Go to the movies, eat food.
That's a date. We're not going to the movies.
You said there's. You're talking about many things you can do that you're allowed to do.
No, I'm saying there are many things. There aren't many things that you can do with someone.
I think there are. You can go to arcade, bowling.
Why would I do that if I'm trying to have a conversation with someone? We're not. That's worse than all of that. Is worse than a lunch.
At that point, just get on the phone and talk.
No.
If you're trying to have a conversation.
No. You gonna say go bowling to arcade? What is this? That's a date.
Okay, so basically you're just at eating food. How do I feel about that?
You just don't want anyone buying me lunch. I'll buy my own food, Noah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Well, what do you think?
My mind didn't go there.
Well, why does it matter if we eat food?
I don't even think I said anything was wrong with eating food.
Yeah, that's like the go-to thing that people would do if they're visiting town. Yes.
I'm sure.
You are sure, because it's true.
I think lunch and dinner does have there's a difference there.
Maybe, yeah.
There's a difference between going to dinner one-on-one versus going on a quick lunch.
I agree.
I think so.
Lunch is okay. Dinner is shaky.
Yeah,
depending on the person.
You think?
Mm-hmm. If they're happen to be in at that time, this is the last time that they have, like they're about to fly out or something, like, and dinner is so. There's so many scenarios that could occur. You know, there's so many. But it
depends the time. Yeah, okay, sure. There's always gonna be that one. You're always probably gonna spin it where it's like you're gonna make it work. But to your point,
fact, that has never happened to me before. So, and
that's never.
No, like, and no, I'm talking about we're dating. That has never happened.
Oh yeah, no, that has not. I mean, that's not a big deal to me though.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't. It's not. No, like I could ask you the same thing, and I know you wouldn't have a problem with it. So, I don't think that's shaky though. Like it could be something like.
But I'm coming. I don't get why I can't come.
No, I know I can come.
Oh, I would come.
I don't know if I really would want to.
Well, I would want to. So there's that.
I don't know. I mean, if
I like doing things and going out and talking to people. Noah.
I do too. She thinks I'm not social.
I don't think he enjoys meeting new people. No.
That has nothing to do. We can swing them by the house and we'll meet. It has nothing to do with
meeting.
Why
do they have to come to the house? No one wants to be.
I just don't feel like going. Okay, look. The point is this though.
You're not social.
I'm social, but I don't have a problem with any of that. I really don't. Here's an example though. Let's say I have a friend. And I mean, there's endless examples though. I think we really do know what's right or what's wrong. But if there's a friend and you're out of town and she wants to stay here,
okay,
that's it.
What's wrong with that?
No, stay at the house.
Oh, my friend wants to stay in the house.
My friend.
Oh, she's a girl.
Yeah, she's a girl.
Why would she want to stay at her house? With you here?
That's the dilemma.
That's not
the scenario.
Dilemma. That's ridiculous.
That's the scenario though.
Absolutely.
But we're friends though.
No, you're not.
Why
does she have to stay at your house? No.
I just randomly thought of this.
Well, that's foolery. Think of something else that isn't even.
That's the thing with us though. We have so much trust and everything's so like cut out in black and white. We don't even ever have to like have these conversations on a real day-to-day life because we know what is wrong and what's right, and we know what the other person is comfortable with. So there's never been a situation where she's overly uncomfortable or I don't like what she's doing. We've never had that. So, and that's you got to be open when it comes up though. So we're pretty open in terms of the boundaries we have, what we're comfortable with, and everything. There's never been a problem.
I think I tell Noah too much, honestly, and I get that sometimes because I do. I feel like I guess you can never be too open, but I literally do tell you everything, even if I know you're gonna be like, oh, what's going on, or feel like maybe if it may make him feel suspicious of anything, like I don't care, I'm telling you so that you know, and it makes us stronger every time. Like I swear it does. It's better off telling him anything now than it is waiting until like things pile up type thing.
Well,
or even if they do, they might not even pile up, but who cares? I just feel better on my conscience and on my heart telling him anything that comes about that may be a little interesting, you know?
Okay, how do you feel about exes?
What about them?
Communicating with them.
I don't.
If they ever check in, following them, like all that stuff.
That's interesting.
A lot of people think differently on that topic.
Yeah, people do think differently about it. But personally, I don't talk to any of my exes.
All right, you're going on record saying that now.
I don't.
Is that true?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Well, wait, what? Oh, wait, who are you? Speak your mind.
I mean, I don't talk to any of my exes that I've dated longer than.
Look at all the little.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You put an asterisk by it. You said longer than a month.
Yeah. Yeah. If I dated someone less than a month, more than a month, then.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So no, I don't really talk to any of my exes. No.
Okay, so how do you feel about if, like, I did or something? What is the boundaries with exes?
I don't know, because like if you talk to your ex, I trust you enough to not like go back. I mean, if you do go back again, I say this all the time, you fumbled, not me. So you can talk to whoever you want to. Just keep it cute, keep it demure, and that's it. Because I've met Noah's ex. She's cute, she's adorable, she's nice, she's sweet. But
yeah, I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, it was fun.
Not that's a bad thing, but
yeah, it was fine. And they were talking, and I'm like, okay, I don't care. I don't, because I trust Noah. And even if the girl was someone that I couldn't trust, I still would trust Noah enough to handle a situation accordingly until he proves me wrong. So that's just how I feel about exes. How do you feel about me chatting to exes?
Chatting? That's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. No. You're right.
Go ahead.
What are you chatting about?
What am I chatting
Like, you can't even see, look, there's no answer.
There's nothing to talk about.
Right.
Okay, let's throw out a random scenario.
I feel like that's the answer.
Say I was in a workplace with my ex, and I had no choice but to.
Like, you guys are working at the same place.
Working at the
How
same
ironic,
place.
yeah.
Working together, literally side by side in a desk office.
Well, first off,
what would you say? We have to work together. We're literally partners at work.
So you applied for a job knowing your ex works there?
I didn't apply for a job. This is a scenario.
Yeah, let's talk about the scenario.
Can you stop?
Look, she doesn't like when I lawyer up and break down the
you don't need
examples.
Details. I didn't work there on purpose. I was already working there. That person worked there because I worked there. That's why. And now we're partners, ironically.
Basically, you're saying if both of you are getting money and you can't mess up, like...
Yes.
The business.
Yes.
I mean, look, it's pretty cutting. It's simple to me.
But you have to talk to this person.
Yeah, I mean...
You have to communicate, maybe sometimes even outside of work. Am I right?
She's almost in the situation now. Let's talk about it.
Let's not talk about it.
Let's talk about it. How do I feel about something like that? Here's how I feel about it. I think, look, first off, I trust her enough where she keeps.
It's the first time I heard that. I'm just kidding. Kind
of. This is what she's looking for, and this is how I really feel. I trust her enough that she keeps work, and she doesn't let all that other stuff spill out of work.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the other person may, not be the same, I trust her. So if work is work and you keep work at work, then there's no issues, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we also know that you're friendly.
Okay, I'm friendly, yes, because I'm a nice person, and
No, you don't gotta.
But I know how to set a boundary. Don't get it mixed up. I know how to set a boundary, and on top of that, how do you feel if? So it's like, what do you do when that person is no longer like respecting the boundary? Like
I think that's a question for you.
That is a question for me. I'm asking completely. Like, what do you do if the person not respecting the boundary? You leave your job?
Okay. I see your question. I see your question.
What do you do?
I see your question. Okay, so yeah, that's
tell your boss. What is your boss gonna do? Make y'all not partners?
This is a course of action. What do you do?
Yeah, literally.
I'd say if I was ever in that situation, I don't think you tell your boss though.
Obviously not. I'm just saying. I said you can't tell your boss.
Well,
That'd be.
I don't think it's that obvious though. Some people.
I would not do that.
Well, no, I know you wouldn't, but some people are petty enough where they tell your boss like, "Oh, this person's doing this." Like, I've seen it happen too. Okay, we know you wouldn't do that. So, you're not telling.
Because it's not like.
Listen.
If I was being harassed, I would tell my boss. If I was being like.
Okay.
You're
not telling your boss.
Serious.
You're not leaving your job. I think there's only a couple options, and the main one is or whoever. Like if the ex is not respecting it, you or whoever, whether it's me or you have to. Like if it's my ex, then I have to tell her, or your ex, you have to tell that person. It's up to you. If you're working with them, you're seeing them every day. It's your ex. I think you have to take that under control.
Oh, thank you. That completely answers my question.
Is that sarcasm?
Yes, it's sarcasm. You didn't tell me anything.
Listen, literally, I could paint the scene. If you are at a workplace with your ex, your ex is not being respectful. It's your job to fix that.
But
I may not even know your ex. I may not even know any of that.
Okay, but how would you fix the situation with someone that you had to work with besides telling them, hey, I'm setting this boundary. You need to follow the boundary. And if you don't follow the boundary...
It depends. What are they doing to not respect it?
Just like...
Are they trying to hang out after work?
Trying to hang out after work? Sure.
I just say you say no.
Well, that's easy. But what if they're always asking to hang out after work?
I say you say no and tell them no because...
Okay.
I'm in a relationship. Like... Well, that's it. That's easy to me, I feel like.
That is easy. But people who don't respect boundaries will
they don't take no.
They don't take no.
They don't take no.
They will say every single day. They will be consistent and persistent.
I mean, then how, like, if they know you're dating somebody, right?
In this scenario.
If they know you're dating somebody, and you say no because hey, no, I'm dating somebody, we can't hang out. And they keep asking, then like, what can you do?
You can't do anything.
That really is interesting. I mean, at that point, I don't really think they would continue to ask.
Interesting.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think they would continue to ask?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what would you do?
I would.
If no's not.
I would
working.
just keep saying no. I guess like that's all I really can do. And hopefully they get the hint one day.
That's a tough situation to be in.
It is. I think you just have to build stronger and stronger and stronger boundaries. Or just like more and more walls in different
But then
areas.
again though, I'm not saying tell your boss, but you could always be like, hey, can I
work at a different office?
Not even
a different desk?
Yeah, like not even a different like location, but just somewhere else where you're not interacting with. Well, first off, how ironic if you're impossible.
It's impossible. It's a small firm. You only have about 7 people.
Look at her.
I'm serious.
Hey,
this is a scenario.
You know what we call this? We call this moving the goalpost. She's over here trying to. I'm
giving you raw data. Okay, you have to use your brain to try and figure out the scenario. It's a small firm. It's a 7-person firm. Okay.
And it just happens to be you and your ex. At that point, if they're not hearing no, how much you getting paid to be here?
Like, a lie. It's my livelihood.
Your livelihood.
It's my dream job.
Your dream job is to work at a small firm in an office 9 to 5?
Yes, it's my dream job. Mm-hmm. It's my dream job. I've interviewed 7 times.
I'm really trying to understand what other boundaries there could be.
I'm about to be the boss of this job. I'm about to be the boss.
Oh, you're about to be the boss?
I'm about to be
okay,
the
then fire your ex.
I would, but I'm not the boss yet.
Nah,
I'm not the boss yet.
She's too friendly. She wouldn't even do that. Then you just have to
If they're not doing their job, I would. But if they're doing their job, I can't fire someone because they're my ex. No.
You're right. She's right. She's right.
Okay.
Then you just gotta keep saying no and just keep working.
Okay, that's exactly.
That's all you can do.
Exactly. I agree. That's literally all you can do.
But then again, though, there's times where like work can bleed into like just I guess having fun. Like, you know, there could be like work parties and then you go out after, or there could be like like just whatever the workplace. Mm-hmm. So that's where it can bleed into something else. Like, let's say, okay, you want to use the same example. This law firm's having a work party. Mm-hmm. Her and her ex are in the same I guess environment. Mm-hmm. They're having a party. The whole group goes out. All 7 of them. The whole group goes out. Mm-hmm. Who do you think her ex is going to try and be around?
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, tell me. This is not.
They would try to be around me, probably.
Okay.
Possibly.
So then what? If there's an opportunity, okay, it's all right. It's 10 p.m. Work party's over. Let's go out now.
Oh, I'm not going out.
It's a work party though. It's still a work party.
I'm not going to an after party for a work party. No.
Even if everyone's trying to peer pressure you on?
No. They know I don't go out now at this rate. I'm sure they know that.
So you would just go?
Yeah. Easy. The real question is, what do I do if that person is still trying to talk to me the whole party? Just keep running away, speed walking away?
Which, the work party in the office?
At the work party in the office. Speeding away.
If it's such a small building, you can't speed away nowhere.
I can't go anywhere. I'm trapped.
I don't know what
You're
you do.
Stumped. He's stumped. He is stumped.
What do you expect to do? You just have to keep it casual and keep it cordial.
Exactly.
And you just gotta keep it cordial, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's me, keeping it cute and demure.
And friendly and...
Always. Keep it cute, keep it demure, keep it friendly. Yeah, so that's an interesting scenario to be in, I will say. But
then again, I'm sure there's a lot of relationships have these tests or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we haven't really. I don't think we've really had a real situation like that happen though. Where it's a constant disrespect from an ex. Yeah. Like an ex you've been with for a year or something like that, no, we haven't.
That'd actually be really.
We haven't had that. So I don't even think her exes even live out here.
No, they don't.
And none of mine do either. So.
Pennsylvania is where it's the hub, and Indiana for you.
None of my exes are in Indiana. That's Charlotte.
What? Okay. So to switch topics a little bit, what is your deal breakers for a relationship?
What are some deal breakers?
Absolute deal breakers, whether it be a character trait that you found out they have that you didn't know, a family member that you had. There's so many scenarios that could possibly be deal breakers that you probably can't even think of.
Yeah, there's some basic ones though. There's some basic ones I'd say if they're dishonest.
No.
What you mean?
Dishonest is super broad. I could tell a white lie. That's dishonest.
Okay. A deal breaker though?
A deal breaker. For me, it would be cheating, obviously.
You're talking about when you're in a relationship and something happens and then... Because I'm talking about let's say I'm getting to know somebody and then they're just such a slow texter Like for me, that's a deal breaker.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good point too. We can do that first. Let's do that first.
Okay, so if I'm getting to know somebody, I'm trying to think back when like we were getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something came up, what would have gotten me to like just kind of be not as persistent in terms of getting to know you?
Mm-hmm.
Slow texting, I'd say, and she thinks she's a bad texter, but she's actually pretty good.
When I like you, I'm good.
All right, well then yeah, so she's good.
And if I'm near you in proximity, I think you noticed that too, because Noah.
I definitely did.
Yeah, Noah would text me, but he would be like in LA for like 2 days. And this was like before we even thought about dating, well, he was probably thinking about it, but this is before like.
This was like 3 months before we actually started.
Moved here.
Yeah, this was like 3 months before I actually started. We started dating like 3 months before. And I was out in LA, not far from you.
Yeah, but you was only here for like 2 or 3 days.
So
mind you, it's a training week. You asked me to link on a Thursday, which is crazy.
Couldn't be.
It was a weekday.
How do you know?
Because I remember it was a weekday.
Come through.
On a weekday is crazy. So I was not responsive because I'm like, you're only here for a few days. It's a weekday. See you later.
You would have made it happen though if it was.
If it was what?
Nothing. If it was. The point is, for me, I think if she's not a good texter, that's not about to make me want to get to know you more.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when I'm really getting to know somebody, it's really that's all it. Like there's a lot of personality traits too. I'd say like you have to be like you can't be dry. I'm serious.
You have to be interested. I mean, yeah. That's
you have to be engaging. Like the energy has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm not gonna want to get to know you. But and we have to have things in common. If we have nothing in common, nothing to talk about, no shared interest, then I mean, well, it's not meant to be, and that's a deal breaker to me.
Yeah,
it really is. But then, well, once it picks up, then that's when I have a lot more. But what would you say like when you're getting to know somebody? If you see this, almost like a red flag.
Lots of things.
Okay,
lots of things. If he has no like day-to-day, if I don't like his goals / ambitions and I don't think they are going to work for me and my lifestyle, I wouldn't date them. What's your lifestyle? Like if they say they are a full-time like what's a full-time like artist or a writer, a freelance journalist, and they like write whenever they want, they don't have a real job and they just like freelance, I couldn't do that. I want someone with a secure pay, secure job. I love that you're following your dreams. Do that on the side of your job. That type of thing. Or if like their day-to-day routine is just nothing, that would turn me off completely. I guess someone who works all day and then comes home and they want to chill and relax. That's cool. I get that. But yeah, so that's part of it. And then what else? Like obviously if I found out they've ever cheated before, most likely a deal breaker for me. Most likely? What scenarios where you stay? Well, if I listen to the situation, like there may be some scenarios where it's possibly. What are some scenarios that justifies cheating? You're gonna make me think of one? I don't know. Like you said it. His girlfriend was beating him up, so my God. He was trying to leave. What are some other? You don't think men can be abused? No, I did not say that. Well, I was saying, of course, like that's. Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. Those situations happen. Well, or like you still could break up instead of cheat, though. You're right. No, you're right. No, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, you're right. To be honest, no scenario. Deal breaker, cheating. Just also like ambition. Like if I can tell you're not like ambitious, I don't like that. A hustler, not a hustler. She loves a hustler. So that's, I don't know why I said that. No, that's because it's true. It came out. That's why she gets on me for basic stuff like sitting on the couch for a 10-minute span. Stop saying 10 minutes. It's true. Way longer than 10 minutes. Like I'll sit down, like right when I sit down, boom. No, why are you sitting down? It's like, you want me to be going door to door selling candy or lemonade? Yes, actually. She doesn't realize I have a job too. No, what? And it's the same job as her. He's in his off season, so he's He's taking his time off, and it's just been interesting watching him find his hobbies and stuff like that. But oh my God, we talked about this in another podcast. But I'm definitely someone who never stops moving.
Yeah, no.
You guys know that.
But that's what she looks for too. Sometimes it's like not necessarily. It's not a hustler though. It's not that.
What is it?
You look for someone who's hardworking and motivated and ambitious, and I do too though. And I do too.
That's why he is good, because I know he works hard. I know he has a goal. I know he has a plan, and hopefully, I am excited to see after track what Noah is interested in and how he applies those abilities into his work life. So that'll be exciting for us in the future.
It's gonna come. We got some years to go though. Only 23.
I know.
Knock on wood. What is?
I know.
Oh yeah. Those there. Okay, so yeah, those are some pretty. I wouldn't say obvious, but those are some pretty.
I have
good.
More deal breakers.
You have more? Would you get into those ones?
Of course.
All right, keep them coming.
I'm trying to think just the inability to show their emotions as well. I hate a guy who does not show his emotions, or just isn't. I get no.
Don't you like that?
Kind of, I guess. I guess that takes time though. That is something I learned. Because I do want people to spill their emotions immediately. I did notice that about myself.
Well, about me too.
Oh yeah, I wanted him to be more open.
Yes, from day one, and I was like, I'm being as open as I can right now. But then now it's it's a little different.
Science face on you. But I did learn over time that a lot of my deal breakers were definitely I needed to give people more time. Not a lot of them, but that one, for example. Need to give more time. Ambition, for example, you got to give it a bit more time.
Yeah, to get to know them and
to get to know the person. And that's looking back on my past relationships. But for Noah, it's very clear that he's hardworking.
I thought of one.
What?
I thought of a good one. So what do you think? And this is almost a little scenario. It's another course of action. You're on your first date with somebody. I still count this as getting to know somebody first date. You're on your first date. But they want you to pay. Is that a deal breaker or do you stay?
That happened to me actually. And I can't say, that wasn't our first date though. Oh my gosh. But I would not.
Or any of the.
No, I would not stay. That's a deal breaker. I wouldn't. I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
If it happened once?
Well, this scenario actually happened to me. Did you know that? Well.
Share the story.
The first date was a walk in a park. So we didn't even eat. Okay. Second date was the day after, and he didn't eat because I don't think he had enough money. I don't know. I felt bad.
Oh my God.
But he bought the food for me.
What was it?
Pizza. I got pizza.
Dollar slice?
It was a really expensive restaurant, so maybe that's why.
You go to an expensive restaurant and get pizza?
Well, yeah. It was mozzarella pizza. It was it wasn't that fancy because we were wearing casual clothes, but it was a dark theme. It was dark.
All right.
I don't know how to explain it.
So
okay, anyway.
You guys get pizza.
I got pizza. He didn't get food. Paid for that. Cool. Then
he paid for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then next time I seen him, he flew here, and we went on our first date in San Diego, and I paid for it.
How did that come? What was the situation where you paid for you or him too?
I paid for the meal.
Oh, you paid for the meal.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened?
It was because he flew out here, so he paid for his flight here,
okay.
And then he paid for his Airbnb here, which he wanted me to pay half for the Airbnb. Mind you, I have my own place to live. Why am I paying half for Airbnb? I don't know.
I'm not going to. Never mind. But keep going. I'm taking the perspective of
the guy. Go ahead, because
I'll play devil's advocate. Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, look. I don't even know the situation, but let's say you have your own place. He's flying in. If you don't let him stay with you, he's gonna have to stay in an Airbnb.
Yeah, so I should pay half for that.
It depends. Did you invite him out here?
No, it was well, obviously.
Yes, he did.
Well,
so
I didn't
yes,
say
you have
come
to.
on out. He's like, we should see each other soon.
Look.
And I'm like, okay. I guess no, it could have.
I got this for the men.
I
got this for the men.
Ended up paying half anyway. If that makes you feel.
I got this for the men. If a girl invited me somewhere, and I pay for the flight, and I can't stay with you,
I have to get a place.
You have to at least help out. If I'm getting the food, I'm getting the flight. You brought me out. You invited me out here. This is your neck of the woods. We're in San Diego. You could help out, maybe. That's a controversial. Like, I don't know.
I guess I get it.
I'm getting the food.
Times are hard.
Technically, he didn't get the food, but in general,
well, that's why I bought the food. Is because I didn't pay for half of the Airbnb.
You did or didn't?
I did not.
Oh, so he
like
paid
that
for
was.
the whole...
I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to cash out you for the Airbnb. Let me just pay for dinner. But then I just got the ick when I paid for dinner.
But what happened though? So the bill comes. He looks at you or what?
No, he didn't look at me. I was just like, oh, I'll get it because I didn't give you your money. I offered. It was completely my fault. I'm fully aware.
Okay. And he just let it though.
He just let it go.
Okay, that's a red flag on the guy.
He just let it. He's like, okay. Oh my God, actually no. When they brought the bill out, he brought up me paying half of the Airbnb. Oh. And then that's when I was like, oh, I'll just pay for this.
Now we're talking.
And I was like,
okay, so the bill comes, and he's like, wait a minute. I don't think you cash at me for the Airbnb.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about the Airbnb split or something like that. And I was like,
and then
like the whole trip, I just was.
And then you go.
That was day one of the trip.
So then you go, okay, I'll just pay for dinner.
Yeah.
And then he goes, all right, great.
Yeah.
Who's right, who's wrong? Let us know, because that's. Let us know.
I don't know, but all I know is.
And then you left. Well,
we left.
Not literally though.
And the rest of the trip, I just had the ick. So it was
because of that.
Yeah, like literally, I didn't lose the ick until the last day.
Oof, that's a tough one though. But no, even if someone offers to pay, like if you're on a date and she offers to pay, if you're a guy, you gotta still like be like no, like
you gotta take the bill, y'all. Especially like when you first getting to know someone. And I know girls who pay because they know that they have more money or, which is fine.
If
like,
you're
I get dinner with us sometimes. Like I buy dinner sometimes, don't I?
You do. You do.
When I'm dating someone, obviously you're gonna get it all back tenfold. Okay?
Yeah, we're in a different. Like I'm talking about when we first started. Because we're in such a routine now, so it don't even. Like,
when you're getting to know a girl, you're setting a standard for her, and you need to set the standard high. If she has high standards. If not, you could get away with stuff like that.
Yeah, but then again, it's like...
Man.
I don't know.
I need to make a video about standards because there are many situations where I had just a guy, you're gone because of like just little things. Like my first date with someone, I don't want to keep talking about my old dating life.
Nah, keep it coming.
But standard is just so important to reach your highest potential, aka me for Noah. Because there was a guy on a first date, he wanted to like wear, mind you, I was getting dressed, getting ready to get cute, had a cute little dress on, makeup, face, beating my face. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to dress up this time, I'm just wearing sweats and a hoodie. We were going to a movie, but an outdoor movie. And I get it, you want to be chill, but on your first date, you're making a sweatpants impression. Mind you, he's like super fashionista on his Instagram. And I'm like, absolutely not. You could just stay home and I'll just stay home.
But she didn't say that.
I literally didn't go on the date and I said, we can both just stay home. And then we never talked again. Because standards, lady, set it early.
Do I buy that?
You think I made that up?
No, this
was in New York City.
So you're trying to tell me you just cut the date?
I did, yeah.
And what?
And what?
Like, you told him to go home or what?
No, we never even linked up. I was in my house. He was still in his house.
How'd you know? Oh, he like called you, said
no, we were texting.
Oh, he texted saying I'll just wear sweatpants.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was like already.
Yeah, no. He didn't even leave the house yet. It was just lack of effort.
That's the thing with us. I know we're wearing sweatpants now, but like when we go out, even if it's to a lunch, dinner,
we dress up. We have to dress up. We do. We
dress up. So it's like, that's just our standard.
The standard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it makes sense. We all have those, like, and that's a deal breaker.
Another deal breaker. I'm telling you, I could go down the list. But yeah, it's just basic things. But like, these are things that, I don't know, people who, you attract the energy that you are giving off. Everybody knows that, okay? And at the time, I was vibrating high. So I was trying to attract high things. And I just didn't find anything in New York, which was great.
How did you even meet people? I mean, this is low-key off topic, but how did you even meet people?
Dating apps? How did you meet people? Well, you meet people at track meets, right?
I don't meet people at track meets. Well, sometimes.
Yes, you do.
Not in my dating life.
How have you met your girlfriends?
Normally, I say track teams.
Okay, from track.
From track, sure. Track meets, I don't just go up to random teams and scout out, like...
How do you shoot your shot?
There's many ways. Like,
do you DM them if you see a girl you like? Do y'all already be talking and then you're like, then you're like, oh, I think this girl's nice, or I think this girl is cute.
DM. Instagram is a dating app.
It is.
So, yeah, if her profile is nice, or I'm not even gonna say like a...
Well, what if you see her in person? Are you gonna speak to her in person, or are you gonna not speak and just DM her?
If I don't know who... You talking about if I know who she is? Because let's say I'm at a track meet, I know who she is, but I don't say anything and I just go to her Instagram later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I would just say something. But if I don't know who she is, also, I would have to go because I don't even know her Instagram. So I would be like, hey, just say something. But DM really is it's the easier, it just depends. Like if I see somebody there, then I'll say something.
Okay.
But if it's over Instagram, it's pretty easy to send a DM.
Okay.
I mean, it's been a minute since I've done this now at this point, but...
Wait, I'm genuinely curious how you meet girls when you're at a track meet, but like, you have to go up close to see them, or...
Oh, literally me?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done it that often though, at track meet. But...
So, how do you know? Like, how did you and your ex... Because, like, y'all were probably training together, right?
So, you're talking about...
Yes.
Okay, so we were at I'm trying to think. Okay, so we were at a track meet together.
Okay.
But it wasn't just a track meet. It was literally in Dubai. It was like a competition where like we're in the same areas for like weeks at a time. So it wasn't like one of these meets where you just go out for the day and...
Oh, so
it was an international competition.
Okay.
So it was it wasn't my first one, but it was my first major competition.
Mm-hmm.
It was her first, and we all we just knew the same people. Like I just got off a college visit at Michigan. Yeah, like the University of Michigan. No, but she knew the coach there, and like she babysat for the coach.
Okay.
And like she saw on my Instagram the Michigan visit, the connection right there. We're both like sprinters, like at mid-level D1 schools. Connection there. So it was like we just started talking like that. But then it's like,
how did y'all start talking? Did you see her? Did you DM her? Did she DM you?
So it's almost like you guys in terms of like meals or like buffet style.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this big ballroom at the hotel, and it's buffet style, and then all the athletes just like pick a table, sit down. I think we just sat down like kind of in the same table.
So y'all started talking?
No, we didn't start talking that like day. We started like, I think it came from, I must have got her number, like the first or second day.
Okay.
Listen, but see, look at her. But yeah, like that. I think that's what it came from. Really, like I think you were eating food, got a number, and see, I didn't even do well at that track meet either. Interesting.
Too busy?
No. This was 17-year-old Noah, so this is a little different. But that's really just what happens though. And then from there, I mean, started talking, I guess. But to your other point though, if I can't see who the person is, I won't always then I just won't go up to them.
Yeah.
Because why would I, if I don't know who the person is?
Exactly.
So that's kind of how it works.
Okay, so Instagram is probably your main hub.
Yeah, or I don't shoot. Well, first off, let's back up. I don't shoot my shots at track meets. I'm there to run.
Okay, that's.
I should have led with that. Okay. You over here trying to catch me?
Well, I'm just I don't know how else you would meet people in person.
If there's many groups. I met you in person.
You're right.
Did I shoot my shot at you? No.
You're
I met you in person. What time is it?
47.
Okay. Yeah, like I met you in person. And think about it like this. Shoot, that's almost how we met. So we met in person, a year or so went by, and then like we'll reconnect. And then maybe the reconnect will be over Instagram or something, but just like how I met you. Like I saw you, we were in close quarters, like I literally could see you, and we just started talking. So there's random times where track meet aside, where I'll be at an event, at a party, at something, and I'll just start talking to people. She thinks I'm not social, but I met her in person at an event.
I think I came up to you though.
She did not come up to me.
You didn't come up to me.
There's video evidence, I'm sure. You took a vlog. Yeah, you did. You vlogged this whole thing.
Go check out the vlog, y'all. Like, this was in 2021. I made a vlog, and Noah's voice is in it somewhere. We didn't even know we were going to end up dating, so that's
at
awesome.
all. No, like I'm trying to think. I think I DM'd you, though. I did DM you.
Yeah, you did. When?
You don't even know till it when. That day, or the next day.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I didn't. Nothing crazy. I think I asked you like where you're from or something.
Oh.
And I left a comment under your most recent picture.
Immediate shot.
Those aren't really shots though.
Yeah. Huh?
No, I didn't ask for your number. I didn't ask. It's not a real shot. It's just like a layup. Let's see if it. Like a real shot would be like, hey, what's your number? Let's get to know each other.
That's true.
Blah blah blah.
You're right.
For the next like year, we really didn't even. But yeah, like just how I met you was how I could meet anyone. We're at an event, we talk.
Okay, that's valid.
So like, how do you shoot your shot? Or if you don't shoot your shot, which everyone does, so you get into that too. But what shots would men be taking where it actually gets your attention? Like,
definitely in person is way better. And like honestly, if you do it in a way that is not super shooty or shotty.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like a more casual, like just starting a conversation.
Yeah, like just try to get to know me first before you try and ask me out on a date, I guess. Because it's like a turn off if you're trying to take a girl out on a date immediately before you even like are talking to her or even like texting her for a little bit to try and get to know her. You know, just try to get to know the girl first before you try and take her out on a date. That's all. And then how I shoot my shot, just shoot it. I'd be like, hey, you're cute. What's up? I mean, I'm actually that way, which is probably annoying, to be honest. Well, was that way.
Hey, you're cute. I guess that's all you really need. I guess that's all you really need to say.
Literally, I would just do that because me on the other end though, I would immediately.
Girls shoot their shot differently than men.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're a girl, that's all you really need to say.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I did.
And it worked, huh?
It didn't work. I realized I wasn't never really interested. I realized I didn't want me to be the one shooting the shot. I wanted to have it shot at me. It's better that way. So.
Okay.
I guess it depends, but that's how I would prefer it. And if it went the other way, I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, whatever. But still.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Because with you, I think I was definitely the one
shooting.
Of course.
Period. Well, thank you guys for watching our podcast. We were so excited to do this one because we love talking about relationships and educating you guys more about our relationship and how we stay connected through very hard times and distances and things like that. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday to the Medalist Table podcast.
On all platforms where you can find your podcast, every single one.
Yes, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, all of the above. And follow us on Instagram